Everyone, we're Anime Bucks. I'm Az,
Jay.
and we are on a binge spree. This is the fourth episode we are recording in a row. Hopefully, this doesn't end on a
It's
cliffhanger.
very late.
Yes, but I can't stop. So this is episode 13. We met the Wizard King. The Wizard King is very interesting, and
Very interesting.
the opposite of that is what's his name? Salim, who is a slimy bastard. I hate him. I don't know what he's scheming, but he's very interested in Yuno. He, I don't know why they went to the church, why that cutscene happened. It's very sus and it's very ominous. And I hope that we get something out of this episode because
I'm very curious about.
it's it's past midnight right now, but I can't stop. Let's go. Continued. See, we had to watch this episode.
Oh, where was he in the?
I'm telling you, man, he's there. He's there with them.
I have a theory for that bird. No,
What?
I think the bird is an actual person, but it's a bird.
I mean, that even I thought. It has a lot of emotions and reactions.
Yeah, it didn't just seem like a bird.
So you think it's trapped or something? Someone trapped it in a bird form. Okay, I'll tell you this. Until the bird thing gets resolved, do not watch any of the openings. Trust me.
Okay.
It's very easy to figure it out.
Okay, that music.
Yeah, Subarashi. Wow, that's a very backhanded. 1 hour, right? I think he's bringing his troops.
Klaus is like, I'm not touching this parent food.
He's the same as Noel.
Unknown thing.
He's questioning the same way as Noel. Yeah, I'm thirsty. Right. Wow, they're actually poor. I don't like him. His lines.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
He's acting way too nice. Seriously? Everything.
Oh, right.
He sent all his
okay,
all of
because
his
he's a
payment.
rival.
I'll kill you right now. Outside is danger. No, I really don't like him.
How many times? Like, what's all this ominous?
I told you.
Night.
Something's gonna happen. Oh, that skull in the background. Yeah, thought so. To lure Yuno to some place. And they knew where they would be right now. So he definitely told them.
Yeah.
Some kind of navigation or GPS tracker or something. Oh, you can't even act.
Oh, because of the robe in the dark. Seriously?
Mm-hmm. The enemy is not after him. Yeah. What? She just got kidnapped. You have the opportunity of time.
He really doesn't care about the locals or
Yeah.
peasants.
As if Yuno will listen.
He's very much, in that mindset of we have orders, we have to do this.
What if he's just buying time? They know his
They
name.
know his name.
Whoa. Was he not prepared?
Why
What is this
Yuno
place?
at least bit suspicious?
He was suspicious. Nice. He's way beyond your league.
Did he use his own water?
Mm-hmm. Trapped by air. Where are they leading him?
Ice. There's no earth, it's ice, water, fire.
No, there was earth. That's even easier.
No,
Yeah.
ice is strong.
The shape of that. Versatility. Too late. Okay. Inside the skull. This is important. Wait, we're halfway. Flashback showing the importance of Sister Lily. What if she dies?
But flashbacks are kind of like red flags.
That's a weird way to place the flashback.
Oh, they know that he has that grim.
Yeah, the four-leaf grimoire is a rare oddity. It's also interesting. The grimoire is everything. So they were after the grimoire the whole time. Omae wa Moshinderu. What? Oh, he came. Steel creation.
Oh, that is earth.
That's steel. There's one.
Then what was that earlier?
Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we know all that. On one of them. What?
On
What's
wait,
that magic?
What? That's
Oh,
Cell. This wasn't anything.
so weird.
That's it? Oh, that one. That's. Was this just a small mission? Kind
I don't know. Sundare. Sundare. Klaus is Sundare confirmed.
No, there's more to it. There's definitely more.
He couldn't have the influence to carry this out. There's still one missing. Jeez. He's a clown. Yeah. Of course.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Oh.
He's on top of the skull. I
Oh,
told you.
okay,
I told you.
I should have seen that coming. Should have seen that coming.
He's fooling around. He's piling up, okay. We'll do the discussion tomorrow.
He's like observing both of them.
Hmm.
Oh, they look like fries.
What? Oh.
Oh, okay.
Where is this? Star. Okay.
Santa Claus. Like he brings
So was he
them
observing
presents.
Asta in that village?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, okay. Yeah, new money, right? Negative reputation. Of course. You saw how he was placed at the top of the stairs with the background, as if I confused him with the king himself.
I can't get over the how William looks at himself versus how the Wizard King looks at himself.
Especially you know. He might as well be the king himself, right?
What the heck? He's awesome. Okay. It's like gifting good kids the star and naughty
Why
kids.
is this? I mean, that's not Yuno earning the 70 stars. He just got into the best.
This transitioning though.
This is the Wizard King. Okay.
事態発生だろ今回の任務は
Hmm?
彼らにやってもらうことにしよ
Black Bulls. So where is the royal, the actual king, if he's living in that palace?
Did he like create these missions for them? I guess
He's the one who is
instantly knows.
he's the one who is assigning missions.
Yeah, but the moment he
It's like his playground or something.
no, yeah, exactly right. That's how the evil would come out. Like he's not a good king in the sense that he doesn't care about their lives or
Yeah, I wonder if
people. He doesn't look at them as people. Looks at them as his toys.
I'm not sure if I would reach that far, but this
う
guy,
全てが完璧だ
Oh, I like how everyone wants to
金
design their
色の
own.
夜明けだって感じがするだろ
Golden Dawn. No, it's a combination of the two. All right, this is the next day. We got tired, so we had to save the discussion for the next day.
And rewatch the entire episode.
Yes, we watched the entire episode at 4 into speed. All right, so we're first going to talk about Salim is a piece of shit. He's a clown. I hate his face. I want to punch him. The way he has this condescending look, at the same time he's trying to appear as a generous guest. You know, yeah, I respect all of you, but at the same time he's putting these insults, hurling these insults.
I can't.
He's the textbook. Yeah, I'm a noble, but I'm pitying, having pity on all of
Yeah.
you.
I don't even take him seriously. He's just a clown.
Yeah. And Klaus is very interesting. I'll tell you in a minute. He's very he's by the book. He
Oh.
obeys the rules.
An interesting comparison between Klaus and Salim. They're both nobles and they both kind of look down, right? Yeah, but Salim is a piece of shit who doesn't have empathy or understanding at all. He's
Yeah.
like, but Klaus kind of is taking that in a little bit through observation.
Yeah, he's very much the one who follows rules and everything.
Yeah.
And that is apparent when the confrontation happens whether to save sister or Lily or not.
Mhm.
And this is a pretty funny scene. In the same competitive spirit, he's like, how much did Asta send? How much
Yeah,
money
yeah.
did he send? Okay, I'm going to start sending all my pay as well.
Mhm.
How much do you think earns compared to Asta, being in such an elite?
I don't know what's the currency.
I mean, if he's sending all of his pay, obviously he'll outdo.
or do you think
Asta.
that the payment is different? Or
Obviously,
is
it
it
has to be different, unless it's all for a base pay and then.
It depends on the job they did.
Okay, and then Sister Lily is kidnapped, and Salim puts on the worst acting performance I've ever seen, and I'm surprised nobody understands. I really like. Did we ever get a scene at night time for this village? I don't think so. An extended scene.
No.
So this looks really nice. The blue hue over everything.
Yes,
Yeah, and
especially
this conflict of a mission to escort Lord Salim. Now he's not saying it from his own sense of morality. It's more like duty comes first.
Yeah, yeah, he's very
the
much
the
like-
orders comes first.
Yeah, he's the kind of person who is very loyal and will listen to his superiors without any.
Yeah, he even says that this is outside of our jurisdiction, so we'll let
Mhm.
the authorities handle it, even though they can easily chase them down, and it's a matter of
Yeah,
time and priority.
authorities, let the authorities handle it.
Yeah, but
Very
obviously
law-abiding, yeah.
goes by the policy of I have to save everyone, which clause
Mhm.
later echoes, and then there he goes, easily defeating all of them. He's very versatile and what do you say, quick on his feet with how to defeat his opponents. We get a good idea of how talented he is,
Mhm.
which I want to know if people can generally manipulate other elements of magic, because so far we have seen them primarily lingering on only one element, right? So if the Nen circle, the
One
Nen heck,
element.
yeah, air, water, fire, earth, metal.
We've seen some creation magic, but mimosa.
Mimosas is very different.
Yep. Flower creation.
Now what I'm thinking is I'm trying to compare this with the Nen magic system, the Nen system, all right, the hexagon.
Hard magic system. Okay.
Yeah, that's the hexagon, right?
Mhm.
And it's very well defined that adjacent ones are the ones at 80% capacity you can handle them, and then 60 and then 40, something like that, right? And then you have the
Yeah.
specialist, which basically is a loophole around all of that. So
Nen is more like these are the properties, but you can do anything with these properties.
yeah, this is magic. Okay,
Yeah. Whereas this is more like
it's not very well defined, the whole route, how you go from one to the other.
yeah.
Like, are some elements easier to manipulate than others? You know, and how?
No, there is this one is more one is I mean they literally demonstrated that during their fight, right? My wind is weak against the ice.
Yeah, so can they switch to a better suited element in that fight? I mean, if you're fighting against, say, uh, stone or something, or metal, and you're using wind magic, and it's probably not helping you.
Yeah. Mm. You know what? If that was the case, uh, it would make more sense for these wizards to move in groups, where everyone has a different
Yeah, that's why they
element.
go in groups, right? In groups of 2, groups of 3.
Yeah.
And is it easier for the younger people to adapt?
Yeah.
And how do they find the element most suited for them? Like, we didn't really get a training or discovering phase for anyone. So these questions, I don't know if they will be answered or not. Then after defeating 4 of them, yeah, we get this flashback, right? And I wonder, like, how important is Sister Lily to them? Like, was she the one who she is the one who inspired them, right, to go off to go for the Wizard King through the books.
Through the tales.
Yeah, because I don't think they have that much of an attachment with the priest, and other than the kids, it was Sister Lily. So yeah, she is the most important to both of them.
Yeah, what's the deal with the priest? I hope he is important.
I don't think so.
Because,
I mean, he was the one who discovered them, so obviously he will one day
them and he
tell them.
raised them. Yeah. Before
One day
Sister
he'll tell
Lily
them.
came.
I like this line without your grimoire, you'll be useless. It's all about your grimoire. And then, of course, Klaus has a change of heart, and he comes and he acts like, yeah, I figured it out all along. I don't think he had figured it out, or maybe he did, and still he was like, no, let the authorities who have jurisdiction here handle it, because it will be breaking the law, because it would be a sensitive case, right? Because they have to accompany this idiot, but then they, with the help of Mimosa's very convenient creation magic, flower of truth, they figured it out. And Salim is an idiot. I like the big mouth that he has. It suits his appearance a lot. I'll get my daddy to hurt you. I thought that, yeah. So I was kind of disappointed that it was only him and not a greater plot in the background. You know, the nobles trying to
we don't know
influence.
that yet,
Yeah, maybe. I thought his father must have been involved in it.
But didn't they say that the king was involved in a lot of fraud?
Yeah. So maybe that'll, I don't know how that'll turn out. This is a pretty cool magic. It's basically you have a mini map. You're playing a game and you have a mini map. Basically using cheats. But how did she find the location? Did she put some kind of magical tracker on Yuno? So far, her magic is the most ambiguous and interesting that I've seen. It's the first indication of magic that is not purely elemental, other than a Williams Yggdrasil tree.
Oh, tree, flower. So you think is a?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Alright.
And now he's praising because Klaus the Sundare.
I guess he's praising him because he saw how much of a piece of shit Salem is.
And not only that, it's more like you save the people no matter what the law authority says, right? That's what he probably learned at this moment.
That's why he says that to him, that our job is to protect.
Yeah, exactly. Initially, they would have let them go, but he's such an idiot that, of course, they can't. Yeah, you can take them to the royal capital after all. And then you get this scene. with the Wizard King. Okay, what do you want to talk about him? He is a child. He is. I can't understand, like, a person
He's
to be in his
lying
position of power.
down near the statue of the first wizard.
Yeah, I wanted to know, has he ever been to this town before? Like, what does he think of the Wizard Kings before him and the first Wizard King? What does he think of this
He's
entire
like
world?
casually just lying down there. Yeah, I don't know.
He's very chill, but I feel like he just doesn't tell people a lot. Even his closest companion that we have seen till now.
I'm sure he has been here before.
I mean, he can disappear and appear
Yeah,
at will.
exactly, right.
Like, does he ever think about, what the Wizard King's legacy is, what he stands for, what responsibilities befall on me?
How did he even get here? That's what I have wanted.
He's someone in the comment wrote he's the most broke character. Like, he broke as in too OP. Breaks rules,
Oh.
established rules.
Yeah, makes sense. I think he is just someone very, very powerful. So he was able to become the Wizard King. But then, why? Like, what would you want to do by?
Yeah, he must
becoming
have
the
he must have
Wizard King,
strived
yeah.
for it, right? It's not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it was handed to him.
Otherwise, he could have just, decided to. Oh, I don't want to be the Wizard King. I'll just, do my own thing. But he
Mhm.
did. So I'm very. It's like
If
it
he,
doesn't make any sense.
if he was so curious about knowing about magic, does the Wizard Kings was that his goal? That by being the Wizard King,
Oh,
he
he
has
can access to something.
yeah,
Oh.
and have
Mm.
jurisdiction over all of the country. He can do whatever he
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, it's like this is my playground now, right? I
Hmm.
make the rules. But
And
is he aware of the corruption in his kingdom?
I mean, that's what we're speculating. We don't know how high the corruption goes. Oh yeah, and this might be a bit late, but there was a comment which talked about the black bulls going to the black market, and why are they going there, right? Which raises
All
a
of
lot
them
of
were there.
questions. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Like, why are they purchasing the supplies from that market? Why not? Why isn't there a certain place for the magic knights, since they are so uh, so high up? And are they trying to support the black market? Are they not allowed in the provisions in the market where the magic knights get the provisions? How does that whole thing work out? And there was also a character who was running behind Asta in episode 11, I think, who went to a building and closed the door. That was sus. So I have that in my head for future reference.
No, I want to see that again.
Yeah, and someone also told us that the old lady who was selling the snakes or eels in episode
Oh,
4 was apparently the Wizard King.
Yeah, you told me that. So the Wizard King was there. He
Wizard
saw
King
the
loves to walk around his town.
yeah, and he loves to ditch his work. He doesn't
Right.
care about that stuff.
Okay, he is definitely the most
Or
interesting
do you
character.
think that he was a different person before he became the Wizard King, and then he realized a lot of things?
I mean, you
Yeah,
can
now
go
he doesn't
on and
care
on
about
about what ifs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The priest is, I don't know. His lines are very surface level. This is the Golden Dawn, right?
Oh, they're not. Why did I think that they were inside the castle? Okay, they were not inside the castle. It's a separate. Wow, even that is on an elevation.
This image is so much telling of his character. If we were to lean too much into this,
Yeah, yeah.
the flight of
course.
stairs, how high that is. Like, you have to walk all the way up there. I don't think other characters ever go up there.
Look, not only is this place on an elevation, even he's on an elevation.
And this is so grand compared to the Wizard King's office, which we'll see later on,
Mm-hmm.
with the light shining behind him. Like, it is Griffith.
This is Griffith, dude. Yeah. Jeez.
And why does he wear mask in the entire time?
He's the gesture. He's the wild card. I don't know.
This guy is he's the second most interesting character after the Wizard King.
You see a charming, charismatic figure like this standing on an elevation, it's Griffith.
Right. And the thing about
What?
nothing, never mind.
Oh, what?
I was going to say, how much is he involved in the Wizard King's work, and he passes it off as the Wizard King did this. Wizard King did that.
Oh, because he said the Wizard King gave you the star.
Yeah. I need to see an interaction with William and the Wizard King. That is the most
I want
awaited.
to see William when he's alone.
I want to see William and the Wizard King
No,
interact
not
with
yet,
anyone.
not yet. I just want to see William alone and you know what he's thinking and stuff.
And the thing about sending them on a mission, knowing that all of this is there, and you know the various evil deeds must be punished, being
Yeah,
all
I don't think
sunshine.
he's completely being honest here. Obviously,
Compared to his previous discussion with Claus when he said that unnecessary evil. Yeah, unnecessary evil. He was saying that these kinds of families, right, they pull in the money and fund the magic night, so it's a necessary evil.
Did he actually say that?
I mean, that's what he basically implied. So for him to do a 360 on that and act all squeaky clean is kind of interesting, because why not outright tell them that Salim was going to do this, and you know it would most likely be something like this? Or did he not anticipate that he would do something? See, he asked, right, and he's like, he doesn't exactly answer the question, but he's like, we mustn't allow any evil deeds to be done. He speaks very
vague.
Yeah, vague and grand. Like he doesn't directly. He's not having a direct conversation.
Yeah, there's no way he'll ever let a sliver of his intentions into his line. What was this?
Obviously.
Right
Especially
after they left,
you know.
he smiled like that.
Unless he knows what Yuno is, what his history is, and that's why he specifically scouted him, and not just because of his talent. And then obviously they're back to square one with 101 stars behind. Yeah, and this castle. Look at this castle.
Yeah, what's with this castle?
What did you want to say
like,
about this?
Yeah, it looks like it's from a fairy tale book or something.
Pink.
Yeah.
Very
like,
tasteful.
It's
completely
what if the
impractical.
Wizard King was like, I want a castle that looks like this or something.
There are clovers everywhere, even on the walls.
Wow.
And he already knows the anomaly has occurred. And let them work on this mission. I don't know if it's Yuno or is it the Black Bulls, but we'll know next episode. Yeah, and you know, compared to his office.
And he's all by himself. There's no one here because he had to contact him. So, wow.
What was there in the Petty Clover thing? Buha Part 2?
No, it was this.
Oh, Claus. Okay. Alright, that will be it for this episode's discussion. Looking back on it, yep, there were a lot of things that was interesting. Earlier I was going to disregard it as a light episode, but there is still a lot of stuff to speculate on if all of these foreshadowings do.
Yeah, and one more thing, very important thing. I thought that the Wizard King, initially, before we saw the Wizard King, I thought that he was the one who, brought Yuno and Asta together, right? But it doesn't look like he knew them. So.
Or it could be just that he brought them there and now he's just looking at them growing up and being like, yeah.
No.
But he would not mention them as William's kid. He would mention them as Yuno and Asta. Not William's kid and Yami's new recruit.
Yeah.
It's a bit impersonal. So yeah, he doesn't know them.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Alright, yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Catch you in the next one.